Hey guys, Dr. Dustin Judd here with this week's Proactive Post-it. I know it's been a while, but just been crazy slam, taking care of lots of kiddos. We had a big perfect storm event, and it really went off well. And we've just been so focused on getting these kiddos basically established in this office and lighting them up so they can experience life healthier. But I want to take a minute. Yesterday I heard a mom say, "Hey, I really believe in chiropractic," and I've heard this a lot throughout the years, and I just want to kind of expand on it a little bit. I love when people say I believe in the mission and the drive that Pro Health has to create a healthier community so kids can experience life healthier, so we can get some people off some meds, and just so we can get the fullness out of life. But when people say, I believe in chiropractic, I want to know that you absolutely don't have to, that it's based on science, it's based on good sound principles, that the forefathers of chiropractic almost 120 years ago, they didn't want it to be a religion. They didn't want it to have something you had to have belief in. Now I have faith in the power that made the body heals the body, and there's an innate intelligence that's driving force behind the brain, the spinal cord. But just to get on a more scientific level and to get around that kind of you have to believe in chiropractic is that the brain is what controls and coordinates every cell in in a living, breathing human body. And what controls that? And the biggest thing that we try to take away or get our patients to take away from our care in our office is that the role of the spine is there's lots of things, but the two major things is, yes, it protects the brainstem and spinal cord. It has to do that. We've got to have some protection. The nervous system is delicate. That's why it's encased in solid skull or solid bone. But the role of the spine is actually to charge the brain. That's what most people don't know. That's where they miss out. You think that you go to sleep every night to rest your brain. Maybe the conscious part of it, but your brain really never actually shuts down. The heart's still going to beat. The brain's going to coordinate and guide that action. Your lungs are still going to breathe. You're still going to digest the supper that you had that evening. Everything is still going to continue to go on as long as you're living. And the role of the spine is actually to guide or charge the brain. So the way the brain gets charged every night is not by sleep necessarily, but it's actually by movement. The better you move, the better let's see, 40% of this, guys, is coming from your arms and legs. The proprioceptive, the movement of your arms and legs, your extremities going into your brain is what charges it. 60% though is actually coming from your spine. Why is that? Because we have so many joints. Every segment has 4 joints, 2 below and 2 above, and there's so many mechanoreceptors and muscle spindles in here that have to fire. And when they fire really good, the way they're supposed to, we have good proprioception going to the brain. The brain's going to love it. It's going to get charged, and therefore you're going to get good output. But sometimes through stress, these bones will shift. They'll get stuck and they don't move. And when that happens, now we don't get good proprioception. We don't get good afferentation into the brain. And so what happens? We send nociception, we send noise, and the brain is only as good as the input that it gets. And so when we're not charging the brain properly, it doesn't like it, and it responds by releasing what we call stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline and norepinephrine. A lot of people have heard of those, but they actually are the catalyst to most any disease process we see in this country, or for any other country for that matter. Cortisol will mess up your immune system and mess up your blood sugar and make you gain weight. And norepinephrine pulls all the blood out of your GI tract with acid reflux and colicky babies and stomach issues. And cortisol goes up, your sleep goes down. When these stress hormones go up, behavior changes because serotonin and dopamine, the good feel-good hormones, they start to go down, and nerves that fire together for long enough, they get wired that way. But you're only as good as the input that actually your brain perceives. And if you want better output with physiology, then you're going to have to change the input. You're going to have to change the way your brain is being charged. And that's what we do every day in this office. And there's so much great science to support that, and it's pretty much a given now. Nobody's really going to argue with that. So I just want to get out there that chiropractic's not a belief system. It's based on sound principles that good mechanics, good biomechanic function of your spine is going to charge and influence your brain. And that's what we live for around here, is to change input so we can change output in kids and families. So I hope you got some value out of this. Chiropractic is not a belief system.